Hello, it is Monday, October 20th, and I've decided I want to do a realistic what I read in a week working full time. I feel like I've done like a video like this in the past, or I've made a couple TikToks about it. And I feel like every time I do it, I pick weeks where I purposely have nothing going on, or I subconsciously read more because I know I'm aware that I'm doing it, and I'm like writing down how much I'm reading each day, and like it's just not necessarily always like realistic what I read in a week. I've always been a reader, and I feel like I've always ebbed and flowed with how much I read. Um, I have times where I read like 20 books a month and times where I read one book a month. And I don't really put pressure on myself to read a certain number anymore. I definitely went through a phase, I feel like 2020, like right when the pandemic hit, I was like, okay, well, now I'm gonna make a reading goal and I have to hit it every year. And I feel like it took the joy out of reading. And I feel like now I'm in a much more kind of just like a better place with reading as a hobby. Like there's no pressure to it. I read when I want, I read what I want. I'm not afraid to DNF a book anymore. That's a big thing. I used to never DNF ever. Um, so yeah, I love reading and it's fun. And I don't ever shut up about my books. So here we are. Mostly during the week, I will listen to a lot of audiobooks. I have a bit of a commute from home to work. So I listen to those in the morning. And like when I go to the gym, I listen to audiobooks. So today I think I've listened to like 50% of The Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. I want to say Lisa Gardner, but I think it's Lisa Jewell. And it's really good so far. And I just got off work. I'm going to go to the gym. And then I need to stop at the pharmacy. And I should go pick up more sunscreen because I think I have like one drop left. But I might end up doing that tomorrow. So we'll see. I guess it's going to see how long everything takes. But yeah, so for today I've like listened to about, what did I say, 50% of the book. And when I get home tonight, the physical book I'm reading right now is Fearless. If you know me, you know I loved Powerless. You know I loved Powerless oh so much. But then Reckless came out and I didn't love it as much as I loved Powerless. But I still was very excited for Fearless to come out. And then it came out. And I just wasn't in the mood for it, but I'm finally in the mood for it. I started. Part of the reason I was put off on reading this is because since this book has come out, I have seen a lot of TikToks and like people talk about how similar the plot of Powerless is to Red Queen. And I've never read Red Queen, so I did actually recently get a copy of Red Queen. I found it at Half Price Books, so I think I'm gonna read that next. To kind of like see what everyone's talking about, to see the comparisons. But I am liking this so far. I do love Kai. I love Kai so much. And this book, like you can tell, like when she writes it, you can tell she's purposely writing moments that like cause tension and that like every time they talk, every time Peyton and Kai talk is like a moment, and it's very intentional. And unfortunately, it does work on me. It does. I love this man so much. I started it yesterday, and I'm on page 108. So we'll see how far I get tonight. I'm gonna try to like read before bed this week. I usually try to, but I'm only human, and sometimes I doom scroll. Like I will say probably 5 out of 7 nights of the week I doom scroll. But in my head, I am someone that puts my phone away and reads before bed. Realistically, that's not who I am. We're working on it. We'll make better habits, but that's where I am now. I will see how much I read today. Today's kind of my busiest day of the week. This weekend, me and my sister are throwing a Halloween party at our house, so we have a lot to get ready, a lot to do. We have prepared nothing. I have nothing for my costume. I'm gonna be Victoria from Twilight. A moment. But yeah, that's my little update for now. This ended up being, yeah, I yapped way longer than I originally planned on this. But I'm gonna go to the gym, run my errands, go home, eat dinner, and read. Okay, hello. Today is Wednesday. I have not updated anything. I've literally not, I haven't even physically read all week. I did claim that this was a very realistic what I read in a week. I have more going on this week than I do, I feel like, normally. So if anything, that's kind of like a big part. But on Monday, I ended up not reading anything, not reading at all. I just listened to a little bit more of The Girls in the Garden, and I was gonna listen to more of it on my drive, but then I ended up like really like hyper fixating on like old Justin Bieber music, so that's that case. And then on Tuesday, I did, on my walk, on my break, I finished listening to The Girls in the Garden. I didn't love it. I gave it like 2.5 stars. I just like had a bit of a hard time getting into it. I don't know if I just like wasn't in the right mindset, or it's because I was listening to it rather than reading it. But I feel like it was a Lisa Jewell book where like the payoff didn't really pay off. Like I feel like it was not that big of a twist. I was kind of let down by it. Like I wasn't as like hooked into it as I normally am with her books. And then I started listening to The Favorites, and I am already obsessed with it. I fear it's already going to be a 5-star read. I could change my mind. I'm only like 18% in, but like I'm really liking this book. Like I'm already like can't wait till I can like drive home tonight and listen to more of it. But yeah, that's kind of where I am. I haven't physically read all week. So today that's my goal, to read at least 50 to 100 pages. I'm on my break right now, so I'm gonna sit in my car. It's the most perfect rainy fall day. It's like so chilly and just like gloomy, and the perfect weather to read Fearless. I've actually been really excited to like get back to this world. I've been dying to like dive back into it, but I didn't want to read it. Like I want to be excited about reading it. I don't want to force myself to read it, because with this book, like I do want to like actually enjoy it and like take my time with it. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's my little update. Yeah, it's kind of been a busy week. And then tonight after work, I'm going to dinner with my parents and my sister, and I don't know what time I'll be home. So this is kind of my only chance to read today, so I'm gonna shut up, stop yapping, and finally get to my book. It's literally so perfect outside. I'm obsessed with this weather. Okay, hello. The heat just turned on, so I fear you might hear that, but this will be quick. It is Wednesday. I just got home. I'm gonna be so honest. I didn't really read that much on my break. I did doom scroll a bit. I read 10 pages. So I'm on page 118 of Fearless, and I think I'm gonna read more of this one tomorrow, because here's the dilemma. As I had said this morning, I started listening to The Favorite, and I can't even remember the name of the author right now. I'm blanking. And I fear I have not stopped thinking about that book. I have thought about it all day at work, and I like genuinely could not wait to drive home to listen to it. And I fear that this book is breaking my heart. These characters are breaking my heart. My heart is aching when I'm listening to this book. And I get this way like when I'm reading a 5-star, like a personal 5-star, and I'm obsessed. I can't stop thinking about it. I listened to more of it on my way home, so I think I'm at like 33%. And I literally texted everyone I know that reads. I'm like, have you guys read this book? Because I need to yap about it, because I am obsessed with it. I can't stop thinking about it. Like I'm literally watching the Cavs game right now, like listening to it, because I can't stop thinking about it. It's so good. It's literally so good. I'm obsessed. I think on my break tomorrow I might go buy the physical book, and I'm trying to be better about when I get books from the library not buying all of them. I only do if it's a 5-star. But I have annotations. I've been writing annotations in my notes app. Like in my notes app, I've been writing down all my thoughts. I love this book so much. And I didn't think I would. I thought it would be like a 4-star for me. Like I knew it was gonna be a good book because I've seen good things. But I didn't think I would feel like, I didn't think I'd be having like visceral reactions to it. Like I cried. I've cried 3 times. I'm at like 33%, so I'm not that far in. But these characters are breaking my heart. Like, I need Katerina and Heath to have a conversation. I need them to scream it out. I need them to yell at each other. I need them to fight. I need them to talk. I need them to communicate. I I love this book so much. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back to this. I think my loan from the library literally returns tomorrow. I had like 2 books on loan, audiobooks, and I've been putting this one off until I finished The Girls in the Garden. And I didn't realize that it was like literally being returned. I think it's not tomorrow, I think it's the next day. And so I either need to get the physical or I need to finish it. So that's my new priority. Fearless. I am still like really excited to get to this, but I think I need to finish The Favorite first because I am so invested in that story. Like, I am so in it, if that makes sense. The lighting in this room is literally terrible, but this is all we have for right now. It is Thursday night. I wanted to give a little update because I finished The Favorites, and I definitely kept calling it The Favorite earlier, and it is most definitely The Favorites with an S. I apologize. I finished it today. I literally also went on my break and got the physical copy because I had things to say. This book ruined my life. This book ruined my life. And I mean that in a way of like, I really enjoyed it. But this book made me so mad. This is like my form of rage bait. This was just pure rage bait for me. I hated it and loved it at the same time. And I ended up giving it 4.5 stars instead of 5 because the ending for me, and I don't want this to discourage anyone from reading it if you haven't read it, because I do really recommend this book. I always say a good book is a book that makes you feel, and this will sure make you feel all the emotions. I've never been so mad. Like, my heart was aching. I was in pain. I was crying. I like felt all of the emotions reading this book. So I definitely recommend it. For me personally, the ending just felt a bit flat. I think it felt a bit rushed. I think I told my friend, the way I explained it was, I don't have an issue with what the ending was. I have an issue with how fast we got there. I feel like this is a really messy book. These people are extremely flawed. There's a lot of betrayal. There's a lot of hatred. There's a lot of love. And there's a lot of complicated relationships there's so many characters in this book that there's so much going on, and everyone is flawed. And I really do like the character development with Katerina and how you see her go from, her relationship with ice dance and winning and her priorities in life in the beginning of the book versus the end of the book. I really like the character development. I also, maybe I'm just a little immature and petty. Maybe I am, because I feel like some of the betrayals in this book are not as easily as forgiven as they were in this book. And I think what I wanted was a little bit more of that like nitty gritty. I wanted them to fight. I wanted more of the fighting and the hard conversations before we got to the end, versus like, I just feel like the end was really rushed. And it just felt like so rushed into like this perfect little ending. So like, I don't know, but I still really liked it. It's hard to talk about without like giving blatant spoilers, but I also feel like there was one character in here for me that I just simply could not forgive. I could not forgive, especially when you found something out later in the book. And listen, when Katerina found this out, she found something out. I feel like if you know, you know. She found out this information. I was in my car driving home today and I literally just started bawling because it's not like it was necessarily a sad moment in the book, and I feel like Katarina reacted way better than I ever would have, but I felt the hurt that she was like feeling. And it just is just like kind of such a raw book, and it really like makes you think about so many things. I don't know. I am so tired right now, so I'm trying to form cohesive thoughts, and I'm struggling. Yeah. Well, my brain just malfunctioned, but that's where I'm at with this book. It's Thursday. I doubt I'm gonna read anything tomorrow. Just being so realistic, Fridays are usually days I don't read. I'm rambling. I just really love this book. But I also hated it at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I want everyone to read it so they know exactly what I'm feeling. I would like to say I'm gonna go like read before bed and not go on my phone. Unfortunately, I do think I'm probably gonna go on TikTok and just like doom scroll, maybe go watch some Buddy edits, because I did just watch the episode of 911. And listen, I think episode 2 is better than episode 3. I never learned my lesson with the show to just not trust the trailers, because the trailer for episode 3 really made me feel like something else is gonna happen and literally nothing happened. But I do think it was a good episode. I'm also just delusional. And I'm like, every week I'm like, Buddy Cannon. When in reality, I know it's not gonna happen. But every week I'm like, it's gonna happen this week. It's gonna happen this week. Or like maybe we'll get like a little hint or something. Like meanwhile, Athena and Hen are literally trapped in space. Like they have bigger things going on. So, ooh, maybe I could read some Buddy fanfics. I also need to reorganize this bookshelf and no one look at it. It is Saturday, and I am just gonna go ahead and end this here because I know myself and I know I'm not gonna read in the next 2 days. We're having a Halloween party today. It starts at 2. It's 10. I have so much to do. I need to get ready. I'm being Victoria from Twilight, so I'm very excited, but I need to curl my hair and that's gonna take a minute. And then just getting everything ready. There's a lot to do. And then tomorrow, like people are staying the night, and then we're all going to the Cavs game tomorrow. So I'm not gonna read. I thought about like doing an audiobook while I like set up and decorated and cooked and everything, but I fear I just want to listen to music and just hang out with my sister. So that's what we're gonna do. Thanks for coming along on this journey. I will say it was a pretty good reading week. For me being super busy, I still finished 2 books, which was awesome. Girl in the Garden was a bit of a miss. The Girls in the Garden was a bit of a miss, but I still did enjoy reading it. And The Favorites, we all know how I felt about that one. So that's all for now. Thanks for coming along this little journey. Maybe we'll do it again soon. Who knows? Mommy, bye. I never know how to end these.